It's go time. Woo! Our final tailgater for day 2. Let the hype begin. Ashley, what's going on?
Oh, I'm so excited to talk about Thrive for a few minutes with Diana. It's low-key the best part of the conference, I think. And yeah, we're excited to
Exactly. And it's crowd behind me, Diana. They're saying thrive, thrive, thrive. So we only got a little bit of time. Deep dive into us. Come on, give it to us.
Yeah. Thanks for having me. It's always fun to be here and talk about Thrive and supporting women in our industry. It starts on Sunday with a networking reception and kickoff reception to get started. And then we dive into our first opening keynote with Angie Bastian. How many of you have had Angie's Boom Chicka Pop?
Obviously.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's her. It's the story behind her intentional culture that led to growth. So I've been thinking about Angie a lot lately because literally it still says Angie's Boom Chicka Pop on the bag in the grocery store. And I'm like, I know her. So she's kicking us a story really about her intentional culture and leadership that led to her growth. She started her business in her garage. So I think there's a lot to learn about leadership from her. And then we just kick it off with her and keep going from there. On Sunday afternoon, we have a panel, a women in business panel with a partner, Women's Business Collaborative, that we're involved with, which is really great. Some perspective on women leadership outside of the staffing industry. And then a favorite that we always do is our ThriveX speaker series, which is like, TED Talks, but in the staffing industry, our speaker incubator program, trying to support more women speakers in our industry. And so we have 3 women. We're really excited. They went through 2 rounds of reviews and then through a coaching session with volunteers to get them ready for the stage. So 3 speakers for ThriveX, and then we go into our evening event and reception, networking dinners. It'll be really fun for the first day. So that's just day 1. You know us, we have a good time. So then day 2, we have Michelle Poehler kicking off. Yep. And then we're really excited. We're in 2 breakout sessions this year. So one focused on CEOs, owners, and presidents. It's our first time we've done an intensive breakout focused on our CEOs, and then our growth and impact track, which is going to have some real cool practical training on sales and the improv needed in sales to be a good salesperson, and around your brand and pitch. So some really good sessions there. And then we have a CEO panel to close us out after a networking lunch. So lots going on. Really excited for our content this year. I think it's going to be really good.
Ashley, give some insights about this because you'll be there.
Oh, yes. I was there last year. Last year was my first one somehow, and it was just incredible. So I'm very excited for this year. I think the lineups are always incredible. I always come away with a stack of books to read, and which is I love because the constant learning. I mean, it's just a different perspective when you're talking about women in this industry and the various challenges, and allies welcome, of course, but it is nice to be in that room. Yeah, totally for sure. So I'm excited.
Yeah,
100%.
It'll be fun. I'm glad you're going to be joining us for another year, Ashley. That's awesome. Yeah, I think it'll be really good. The community and the connections. Should we call it the vibe? The vibe in the room is just always one of real support, and that's hard to bottle up and do year after year. But we have really great group of volunteers who I think help us with planning the program and making sure it's meaningful and getting the connections started on site with us. So I think that always helps with making Thrive what it is. And then the community comes back year after year, which is so important. And that's what you feel on site. Is that
so how many
support.
years has Thrive been around?
Well, do we count the year where we had a women's event, but we hadn't branded it Thrive yet?
Maybe we can add it. I mean, you tell me.
Okay. So if that's the case, that first event was in 2019. And I remember we had planned for a max of 50 women. And then people were just coming and trying to get into the door, and I was like, you can come and sit. We have a chair, but you don't get a gift because we only have 50. And so good problem to have the first year. So now, we're looking at having, 250, 275 women in the room. We didn't do one 2020. We did a whole bunch of virtual events, obviously, in 2020, and we still have a virtual Thrive program. But it's just been growing ever since, which is great. We did one 2021 through this year. So what's that, 6 years?
I love it. I tell all the guys too. Correct me on. The allies are welcome, right?
Yeah. And they even say that we have a good thing in there, in that room. I remember when we used to have another pre-convention program next to ours. They're like, what's the music you have going in that room? You guys have a whole excitement, and you can feel it oozing from the room. And I think you do feel it. So.
Love it.
Yeah.
No wonder when I get there on Monday, Diana, everybody's like, I see all the women and they're all like jumping up and down, high energy, give me hugs. That's Thrive.
Yeah, we've warmed up. Everything's great.
Yeah.
We're ready. Yeah. So it's a ton of fun. Now the countdown is on. Still have space, and you'll have a gift if you still register this week. Don't worry. We've planned for the last minute registrations now. So there's still plenty of spots, and we'd love to have you join us because it's going to be really meaningful and impactful this year.
10 out of 10 recommend.
Yes, thank you. And this year we have an underlying theme around courage. Many of you know the Lady Leaders, their first book. They have a second book coming around stories of courage in their life. And so it's launching at Thrive Live and Staffing World this year. And so we played into the whole courage theme as well. And we have a little nod to Wicked Part 2 that's being released. So you'll see some themes of Wicked tied in with courage, because Elphaba might be the queen of courage. And some might say Glinda is as well in how she shows up for her friend. So we have that all woven together for a really fun theme on site.
I can't wait for the next book too. And you know what, Diana, tell them all to come on my podcast like we did the last one. Let's do it.
Yeah. Join us on the podcast. All the proceeds help support the ASA Foundation, which supports our scholarship program. And so please purchase the book, have a book club at your company, and support the Lady Leaders with the launch of this book. They're really excited, and it really helps us to pay our scholarships and allow to continue to offer our scholarships for rising women in our industry year over year.
Woo, man, I can't say more than be alive with Thrive in 25. Woo, that is it.
Yeah, the 25 works well for Thrive this year, doesn't it?
I love it. Hey, Donna, I know you have to roll, but hey, thank you so much for coming on. Me and Ashley, and we can't wait to check it out and everything like that. And Ashley, you're going to have to tell me all the details since I won't be there for this one, unfortunately. You got to give me all the vibes.
Yes, absolutely. All the pictures, all the vibes, all the notes.
Remember, if you guys get a chance, all ladies out there, and especially men too, Thrive, you can still register below. Check it out. Hey, Donna, thank you again. We'll see you next week in the Big O Staffing World 2025.
All right. Take care.
See you.